Again, we've been threatened by one Officer Casto and one Officer Lott. When I called to ask why this had even happened, we were told several times that Casto wasn't even an officer, that he wasn't sent. I was told Lott was fired, and I was just told 5 minutes ago by an operator that Lott was not fired. Now, we have been threatened because we saw a human trafficking incident in Highland Park 2 years ago. We were trying to flee town, and we were trying to open up about what we saw, and this is how we've been being responded to by the department, or specifically certain officers within who were involved in the original crime. I've been told I could speak to Lieutenant Bosley for 5 days now, and in that time my girlfriend's car blew up.
Alright, well you can contact Lieutenant Bosley at 489-3377.
He said I can contact him at that number. Give me a moment, I will find a way to write that down. Thank you very much. Give me a minute. Alright, can you repeat that, please?
330-489-3377.
Alright. Alright, thank you. Again, the internal affairs told me weeks ago that the matters I had reported to the FBI were under FBI review. After that, when police were called because my girlfriend was freaking out because, quite frankly, no one would take her report when her mom tried to hurt us either several years ago, and she's not been stable since then on many occasions. Casto worked her up worse. He and another officer beat her, groped her, forced her into a police car, put her in cuffs, told her she was arrested, told me she wasn't, and when she got down to Altman, first someone told me she was pink-slipped and that I wasn't allowed to ask questions, then someone told me she wasn't pink-slipped and released her. When I was taken to a hospital last year, I was drugged with haloperidol, which I had said I was allergic to. My doctor told me that police had paid him to do it, and then ran out of the room without analyzing me. I nearly died. I have paperwork proving this. Now, I've read about the department's history with police brutality, particularly involving race, and what we saw down in Highland Park would definitely fall under that. I don't know what to say at this point.
Well, you can come down tomorrow after 9 o'clock and ask to speak to Sergeant Bosley, go up to his office, and sit down with him and explain everything you got to him.
Am I safe to go down there after what's happened to me?
Pardon me?
Am I safe to go down there after what's happened to me?
I would think so, yes.
I would hope so, but considering that Casto and Lott are both officers, and considering that for a year, when I've tried to call in, I've literally had people scream at me and tell me, the Canton police don't do that. Now, I was saving it for Bosley, I don't have it pulled up, but I have an entire list of the past 40 years incidents of police brutality, racial profiling, etc. My girlfriend and I are both diagnosed autistic, and this has been considered, what do you call it? It's a violation of our civil rights, basically. We have every right to make a report of what we saw. What we saw affected us. I'm now diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder because of what I saw. And yet, when my girlfriend was taken to the hospital and Casto took her the first time, my girlfriend's mother had invaded our apartment. She was the reason my girlfriend was freaking out and was allowed to be standing in there. She was allowed to approach her and threaten her in a hospital. Nothing was done about it. And here we still are. We still feel threatened by my girlfriend's mother. She's still not well. We literally survive her by avoiding her, despite the fact that we've had to rely on financial help from my girlfriend's father because of where we were stuck living. We had to literally flee Highland Park because of what was happening over our heads. And when we tried to report it, we received threats over and over and over again.
What kind of car did you go from?
What kind of car?
Yeah.
I think it's a Kia Soul. It's gray. She's a delivery driver. Currently, she told me that literally her car right now is engulfed in flames. She was inside it when it caught fire. Caught fire in the middle of the road. It had not been having serious problems before that. The last problems we had from Casto were within the past 5 days, and he only tried to take my girlfriend once he heard we were trying to leave town.
What is your name?
Alex Snyder.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Shane Dixon.
Shane. Her first name is Shane?
Shane, that is correct.
Where's Shane at right now?
Standing with police and firemen around her burning car, as far as I know.
Well, she's at her car.
Yeah, because this literally is happening right now. I just got the call, and I've been waiting around for Bosley, and at this point, Bosley took so long that my girlfriend's car got blown up while we were waiting, it seems.
Well, the only problem we have is a lot of cash, so we're both off duty tonight. Either one of them are working.
Yeah, I'm honestly wondering if they did something off-duty. I mean, I'm not assuming any of the officers talking to her on the scene are them. I didn't hear anything about misconduct of officers that are helping her right now. And as I've made clear a couple of times, because I've had this accusation used to keep me from making a report, I'm not saying it's the whole department. You're talking to me right now, you're being decent, you're listening to me. Thank you. Not everyone has given me this justice.
How old are you?
I'm 25, my girlfriend's 28.
Oh. What did she say happened to her car?
She told me that her car burst into flames. I haven't seen it. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know if it's being exaggerated. But it just seems very odd this would happen only days after we've been trying to report what Casto did. And considering I've read about what Lott has done, both of Casto and Lott. Casto, I know, has not been particularly found guilty of anything, but in the case of Lott, I know about his drinking problem. All of the times I've seen him, he has been drunk. He was definitely involved the day that my doctor was paid to drug me, and I have paperwork from the hospital proving what I'm saying. It doesn't literally say the police ordered him to drug me. Instead, there's contradictory information everywhere. It looks like somebody basically took half a report and swapped it out for something else. Including that they gave me medications they didn't tell me they were giving me. And it was because what I saw was... I lived in Highland Park, building 641. It was 2018. The night of December 26th, about 8:30 at night, and I heard a shotgun fired inside of our building. I went to the door. I didn't manage to see the shooter. I've heard rumors, but they're rumors. But the shooter ran out, and within some 10 minutes, some 40 police officers poured in. To which your own internal affairs have told me that you don't have 40 police officers, and I've looked up online information that's told me that's probably not true. So, a lot of them went by, all of them were white, nobody had a beard, nobody had hair. And they strapped the guy to an orange gurney and started picking at him with tweezers, shining lights in his eyes, and calling him a nigger, saying they were going to throw him in the river with the others. That definitely disturbed me. Then they all blocked my door. My girlfriend got home, she managed to get in. Then they all came back up again, they blocked us in so we couldn't get out. And they beat the woman upstairs. Now, we had lived under these people for 4 months. They never left. People showed up and brought them things, screamed at them. It seemed like took their money. I think one of them was a prostitute and one of them was a drug dealer who were not allowed to leave the apartment they had been installed in by some sort of human trafficking group. So all the police did then was go up there and beat the woman and just scream, "Where are the drugs?" Now, I tried to report this because I couldn't report anything after this happened. People started taking advantage of that. My landlord has taken advantage of that. My girlfriend's parents took advantage of it. My own parents have taken advantage of the fact that I can't do anything as long as this is happening. I can't even go to a doctor anymore. We can't even leave town without this happening. And the fact that no report is being taken, I would like to let you know, sir, that I've been recording my calls recently to the police, and I'm recording this call right now to make evidence that I will be submitting to the FBI that I have done everything in my power to keep my girlfriend and I safe, and that the Canton police have completely neglected that for years at this point. So, thank you for Bosley's number. I hope that it actually is his number. I've been given so many fake numbers to so many agencies by this department that I don't even know what to say anymore.
Well, just bring yourself downtown tomorrow and see him in person.
Well, I definitely won't want to go alone considering, but thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, goodbye.